English Roots Channel. Welcome to English Stories Superman. The Man of Steel, A Tale of Hope. Chapter 1, The Kryptonian Legacy. Far away in the cosmos, on a doomed planet named Krypton, a brilliant scientist named Jor-El and his wife Lara made a heart-wrenching decision. Their planet's core was collapsing, and their only child, Kal, was at risk of perishing. To save him, they placed him in a small spacecraft, programming it to travel to Earth, a planet rich in yellow sunlight, a source of immense power for Kryptonians. As Krypton exploded, the ship hurtled through space, carrying the infant who would become Earth's greatest hero. Chapter 2, Arrival in Smallville. The spacecraft crash-landed in a quiet Kansas cornfield, where Jonathan and Martha Kent, a kind-hearted farming couple, discovered it. Inside, they found the baby and immediately felt a deep connection. Naming him Clark Kent, they decided to raise him as their own, keeping his extraterrestrial origins a secret. As Clark grew, the Kents noticed his extraordinary abilities. He could lift tractors effortlessly, outrun speeding trains, and see through walls. Despite his powers, the Kents instilled in him the values of humility, kindness, and responsibility. Chapter 3, Discovering his powers. During his teenage years, Clark grappled with his dual identity. He learned to control his powers, often sneaking away to test his limits. One fateful day, while rescuing a group of children trapped in a school bus, he realized the true extent of his strength and his responsibility to use it for good. His parents revealed the truth about his origins, showing him the spacecraft and a crystal containing a holographic message from Jor-El. This moment solidified his resolve to embrace his destiny. Chapter 4, The Birth of Superman. After graduating high school, Clark traveled to the Arctic, guided by the crystal. There, he discovered the Fortress of Solitude, a Kryptonian sanctuary containing knowledge of his home planet. Communing with the AI version of Jor-El, Clark learned about Krypton's history and his role as Earth's protector. Donning a blue suit with a red cape and the iconic S symbol, Clark became Superman, a symbol of hope and justice. His first public appearance involved saving Metropolis from a collapsing bridge, instantly earning the admiration and curiosity of the world. Chapter 5, Clark Kent, Reporter. To maintain a low profile, Clark moved to Metropolis and secured a job at the Daily Planet, a bustling newspaper. As a mild-mannered reporter, he worked alongside Lois Lane, an intrepid journalist known for her fearless pursuit of the truth. Though Lois initially dismissed Clark as timid and unremarkable, she couldn't ignore Superman's heroic deeds. Chapter 6, Lex Luthor's Ambition. Metropolis was not without its challenges. Lex Luthor, a billionaire industrialist and genius inventor, viewed Superman as a threat to humanity. Believing that power should belong to humans, Luthor devised elaborate schemes to undermine Superman's reputation and exploit his weaknesses. In one of his plots, Luthor uncovered Superman's vulnerability to kryptonite, a radioactive fragment of Krypton. Using the substance, he created weapons capable of weakening the Man of Steel, pushing him to his limits. Chapter 7, The First Clash. Superman's first direct confrontation with Luthor occurred when the villain attempted to detonate a kryptonite-laced bomb in Metropolis. Despite the debilitating effects of the substance, Superman's determination and quick thinking enabled him to neutralize the threat and save the city. However, the battle left him questioning his ability to protect Earth from relentless adversaries. Chapter 8, Allies and Friendship. Superman's journey wasn't solitary. Over time, he formed alliances with other heroes, including Batman and Wonder Woman. Together, they established the Justice League, a team dedicated to safeguarding the planet from global and extraterrestrial threats. Meanwhile, Clark's bond with Lois deepened. Her investigative skills often complemented his heroics, and she became one of the few people to uncover his dual identity. Their mutual trust blossomed into a partnership built on shared values and respect. Chapter 9, A Global Savior. Superman's reputation grew beyond Metropolis. He became a global icon, intervening in natural disasters, mediating conflicts, and inspiring humanity to strive for better. His acts of compassion, saving a child from a burning building or delivering food to famine-stricken areas, underscored his commitment to all life. Chapter 10, Facing Zod. Superman's greatest test came with the arrival of General Zod, a Kryptonian warlord intent on conquering Earth. Zod offered Superman a chance to join him and rebuild Krypton on Earth, but Kall's loyalty to his adopted home was unwavering. The ensuing battle was catastrophic, with the two Kryptonians clashing across cities and landscapes. Though the fight tested his physical and emotional limits, Superman's ingenuity and resilience ultimately led to Zod's defeat, reaffirming his commitment to protecting Earth. Chapter 11, Inner Turmoil. Despite his victories, Superman often struggled with the burden of his role. He questioned whether humanity would ever fully trust him and whether his presence attracted more danger than safety. These doubts were compounded by his isolation as the last Kryptonian. Through conversations with Lois and moments of reflection, Superman realized that his strength lay in his humanity. He embraced his flaws and vulnerabilities, finding solace in the connections he'd forged. Chapter 12, A Future of Hope. Superman's legacy continued to evolve. He mentored younger heroes, including Supergirl and other emerging protectors. Together, they ensured that Earth remained safe for future generations. In his dual roles as Clark Kent and Superman, he remained a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest times, goodness could prevail. As the sun set over Metropolis, Superman soared into the sky, his cape billowing behind him. The world was far from perfect, but as long as he was around, there was always hope. The end.